Yes, it's recording now.
And it is getting consent from everyone anyway.
Arun, if you don't mind, can you share, because the running race is still going on. They're not letting me inside my street.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Good.
Sorry, thank you. I thought they would be over by 10 o'clock.
All right, but open with Google Slides and slideshow before I do the slideshow. I'm bringing it up right now as we speak.
Okay.
Where is it? The deck from yesterday, right? What is that?
Yes, that's right, Arun.
Yeah, got it. Okay, I'm trying to put it in play mode. Sure. All right. Sundaram,
It's coming up.
if
coming
when
up.
you see the screen, let me know.
Yeah, I started sharing. Yeah,
Okay. Now you can see the deck, right? Elephant in the room.
not yet, not yet. Plain screen. And I think it's loading now.
I say
Are you able to see?
yeah, no, actually it's just paused, so I might have to try again.
Okay.
Let me try the screen share one more time. Can you see now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. Go ahead.
Okay. Thanks, Arun. Sorry,
No, it was.
No, don't worry.
Okay. Again, elephant in the room is a funny subject. As we, a group of friends, discussed about planning, when to retire, where to retire. So that is the discussion. How this whole expedition started. Even though we are not nearing our retirements yet, it's just thought that came to our minds as a group of friends from Connecticut. And this is how this started. I think we can move on next slide, Arun, if you don't mind. I think I see most of you who joined, have not been to some of the previous sessions we had. So I would request all of you to see the first two videos. It's in Tamil. Unfortunately, we happen to be Tamil friends when we started this one. So if there are questions, in respect to the first two videos, what we are trying to attempt to do and why. So the information is already I shared in the WhatsApp groups, and I will try to reshare once again the main link where we have listed down all the videos and stuff. So it's out there. There are questions, a lot of things will be discussed. It's there already. We don't want to again start that from the scratch. It may lead to nowhere.
Oh, please, both 1 second. Please mute your lines, please. Phone lines. Thank you. Well, during the presentation. Go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Sunny. And again, if you again, it doesn't mean you know you shouldn't ask questions, but you can ask questions. We will try to answer as much as we can. So again, we would like to start what this is not about, right? If we can move to the next slide. Um, so we are not trying to sell anything. We are not asking you to invest into something where it will give you returns and stuff. This is not what our thought and plans are. This is again investing into property. Again, there will be expenses by paying taxes, maintaining the whatever property may be. Again, it's not built up. It's going to be a land. It's a lot and no unbuilt lot. So it's a investment for retirement. So I just want to make sure how do you get the money, when you're going to retire, when you're going to move. We are not covering all those things because it's all individual decisions, individual needs and stuff. As a group, we're coming together, buying a property, and plan for retirement down the road. So some may move, some may not move. We have discussed these things, and some may even have the options to sell it down the road. Then it becomes an investment when there are good returns, hopefully. And then some may inherit. So all those options are there. But again, we are not trying to make money from this endeavor. So with that being said, we can move on to the next slide. As money is involved, I just want to make sure we set the stage, set the mind before we get into this one. I just want to give a brief our requirements, needs and wants. This is what we looking for from the investment standpoint. We were looking for, there are some discussions that happened how we could do this, but we finally now come to this decision to buy a developed lots. We looked at various states where we could go down, mostly towards south region of the US, where the weather is subtropical. And then we wanted to keep the budget as affordable. It's a group effort. Some may able to afford now, some may not able to afford now. Most might end up taking loans and stuff. So we wanted to keep this investment as affordable as possible. If we would have done again, we are a little late to the this one. We started this in 2019. If pandemic would have not hit, we would have made this purchase last year itself, which much better price than currently that it is out right now. Again, one of the criteria was to, there is no need to build immediately. So there are lots available with community and stuff, but they will allow you to buy things, but there are restrictions that you have to build within a year or so. So the group requirement is at least at minimum 5 to 10 years. We are not looking to build immediately. I mean, fortunately, this town that we picked gives that option to build immediately as well. When we go into the details, we will share those informations. Some of the needs, wants, we have put down property self-reliance, having well water, septic, solar, city water, and city sewer. Again, this selection of town has multiple options. The price varies. Some shoppings are close by medical facilities. Again, when we reach our retirements, we need to make sure all the hospitals, clinics, therapies, all aspects. I think you can go back. Slow slide. I think you jumped.
Go back, Arun.
Yeah, I know. I did go back. I needed to go back. I just need to figure out how. The Google Slides lag. I'm having some difficulties with Google Slides.
Boj, this is Santosh.
Go
Can
to
I
the
ask you a
next
quick
one.
question?
Yes, please go
Okay.
ahead.
Was there any consideration, just, because a lot of people go to temples and other religious places, was there anything around this area which you looked at? Just curious, if not, and no big deal, but just asking,
I think there are many temples around Orlando. It's probably an hour drive for us. I've been to those temples myself when I was there in 2019-20. But within the town, we have not looked into that aspects yet. Is there anything close by within 30 minutes? We have not done that.
Thank you, Bosh.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, again, some need, some wants. It may be need for some. It may be want for some. The same way, what is in wants, maybe need for some. So we try to compromise somewhere. Those were also in that we had in the initial discussions whether to think about temples, churches, and mosques nearby within an hour, and it's there within an hour, but not within the. We have not looked much deeper within the town, if anything exists or not. We can look for now. I will look for it. We'll look into that, and I'll come back to you on that if there are anything nearby and stuff. Again, as we're investing, we want to make sure that the property tax is low. Access to highway. Again, the domestic and international airports within an hour and a half. Again, these are all based on what we have experienced so far in our US life, where we have international airports within 2 hours, where we travel back to our home countries. So we have used and those how we lived and see whether we have the same facilities when we move down to retirement. Not only going back to home country, even when we wanted to fly to meet our families, kids and stuff, and their families. Domestic airports are nearby for us as well. So all this, all within an hour and a half, things are there. And as well as if we end up, fortunately, it's not a community where we do not have HOA and stuff. That's why one of the needs where we keep it lower, even if it is there. So it's not there. Again, crime rates, every 10 years it changes. So even though it may look very low, nice neighborhood, we may not know how things would be after 10 years. So it's all, some risks are there in this investment. So we put those things into consideration now and see how things are. I think the crime rates are pretty average when we looked up. Again, some of the ones, like as a group, we were going around every time we as a group go to beach. When I say group, we grow nearly like 20 families. That's how we've been going for past several years. And then public parks where we do our parties and stuff. Lower maintenance, property maintenance, but again, it's depends on where, when things could change. It could be lower now, it could be higher down. So the things we need to also consider. Proximity to a major city. There are some asks where if I want to move within 5 years, I would need to have some jobs around. To have a job, I need to have better corporations or companies around there. So this town, it's very close to Cocoa Beach, which is very, where the NASA is. This town supplies, many of the resourcing needs to NASA. People travel from here to there. It's an hour drive. There are other marine based companies where manufacturing aspects are there, but again those who are looking to move now or look for jobs, the options are there. The other two ones, right, once we retire, we don't really care what school and what college ratings are. So that those things we took out of the equation. We didn't even look into those things right now. And then we don't want to have an established neighborhood where things could go high property maintenance, the cost could go up from our budgeting. So all those things we wanted to avoid from this investment. So we try to stay out of the established neighborhoods. So
Hey, Boj, can I ask a question? Do we consider about public transportation? Because as we grow old, right, we might be dependent more on the public transportation. So one of the things, we thought about it, and we want to put into the group's attention.
that's a good one. We have not looked into that.
Because you carry, because we might end up, I don't know, unfortunately or fortunately, some of the people will have some kind of inherent diseases. They need to be dropped off. You cannot depend on Uber or others to pay out of your retirement fund, right? The public transportation, some of the communities do that one. They pick and do that one, and they have some kind of mechanism there. So just put a thought on
Yeah,
it.
sure. Yeah, I think the whole state is designed for retirement. I'm pretty sure those things might be there. On the other hand, this is why we want to come together and help each other out as well, right? So what's the point then?
Right. No, I understood, right? We are not as young at the time, right? We wish, we could go
Correct.
back to the years, right? We are always in a walking stick and we are juggling, right? So it's better to think about that. That's all.
Yeah. See, that's one of the things we looked at various southern states like North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Texas. Those are all states to move right now and look for jobs, not for retirement. Those are not designed for retirement. So the Florida has that benefit where the medical facilities are there, and I'm pretty sure I will look into that aspect. We'll look into the aspects where to see if the transportations are available for senior resources to move around. I think if I remember correctly, one of my colleagues said, there are transportation to Orlando free of cost by Disney. so, so I'm pretty sure from the medical aspects, we will look into that. Thanks for bringing it up. Okay, if no further questions, we can move next. Yeah, this is the town. It's called Palm Bay, Florida. Um, it's as I said, the whole state itself designed around retirement. There are a lot of retirement benefits. Even if you have a job, if post retirements, those who are at the stage would know better than us. But again, we looked briefly in those aspects as well. And then the town, right? It met all our criterias, requirement, needs, and wants, to the max. Again, a few areas where we didn't look deeper, like temples, transportation aspects. But this is a town, it's pretty. I've been there personally. When I was looking around 3 different towns within Florida, and this one actually I thought of when I went. I will tell the town names: Palm Beach, Palm Bay, and the other one is Rotunda on the west side. I personally liked Palm Beach because it's already a lot of building. I would say homes were already there. In Palm Bay, it was not there. The lots were pretty empty. I was not sure why the constructions were not happening as the way I saw it in Palm Beach. The one downside in Palm Beach is it's completely retirement. There is no jobs around. Not much jobs around like Palm Bay. So that's the only difference we saw. We had a friend, and as we communicated in the WhatsApp group, we looked deeper into Palm Bay, and he is working for Leonard Homes, and they are also investing in this town, and we have seen the areas where they already started, the construction works. So when the big builders comes into the town, it's a good sign that we think it makes sense for us to think about moving there as well. Um, uh, the way uh, the way how the town divided is like northeast, southwest, northwest, southwest, and then each I don't know, Arun, if you can bring up the map. Sorry, I thought of bringing up the map to just show them, the divisions. Um,
Do you want me to bring it up now?
yeah, if you can, it just gives the context.
Yeah, no, definitely. Give me a second. I'll just stop sharing for a quick second.
Sure. Yeah. Sure. And then each regions are divided into units. So each units have close to 1,500 lots. Some are well built and developed units. Where very less lots are there. Some units have water and city sewer. Some units have only water, no sewer. And the other lots that are available have well water and septic. Um,
I'm sharing it now, Boja. I'm going to zoom out so we can see the details a little bit better.
yeah, I think they use the 95 highway as the kind of a to divide the
Okay. I don't know why.
town into 4 regions.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, the northwest and northeast are pretty built, where we will not have much lots to move in as a group. This is where most of the city water, city sewers are there, and we picked southwest region. So it's not closer to. It's like a 30 minutes drive to the ocean. Based on my trip, and as well as the realtors also confirmed, from southwest it takes 25 to 30 minutes to reach the ocean.
Yeah, there was some technical difficulties, but I got it. So this gives a good overview of the layout.
Correct. Okay, thanks. Yeah, so the northeast is pretty, commercials, and northwest is all residential. Southeast is a little higher in cost as well. So where we are looking is southwest, where Arun is circling the area, and you can see how the units are divided. Right, you have the numbers there. We want to talk about 51, 52, 53 first. What they refer that as a compound, completely left hand side. It's completely forest now, even though the lots are there. It's a completely forest, where the rest of the town people uses this place for recreations, dirt bike, all those things are happening there. So no well water, no paved roads, no city water, nothing is there. It's just lots divided and it's available. And if you can switch, any questions here, how the regions are divided, the town is divided by region, and how the units are, carved out. based on the zonings. Based on what we understood, each unit has like 1,500 plots, and based on the unit, things are in place when it comes to. But again, each unit also has commercial properties versus residential properties, like any town has.
And probably later also we'll talk a little bit more detail, right? So we
Yes,
can.
yeah. Okay. The last one is right. We are only like 48 lots. We had a deadline to confirm those who are wanted to move forward to next stage. So so far our requirement here is 48 lots. There's a spreadsheet I put all your names in, all your friends' names in who are not on the call. I would suggest to review that. For now, don't do any additions. Once we start, buying the lots, I would suggest to open it up to other friends if you're interested, or who are already told they were interested. You can bring them in, and you can help them to show the process that we have already put in place. You can have the contacts to the realtors given to them, and they can start directly working on that purchases. So right now, we request to, let's see if we can execute this successfully within these 48 requirements, and how successfully we can come out of this. I'm definitely, I'm foreseeing some challenges. Like if I select a slot lots, I just want to make sure I let everybody know that I have selected but not decided. We have put some draft process here and how that will be managed. But again, it's not set it's written in the stone. We are not going to change anything. We will see how it works out, and we'll try to realign the way how things goes for the first phase of purchase. Next slide, if you don't mind, Arun. Thank you. Yeah. So we picked these 3 units. Unit 30, Unit 31, and Unit 49. I will start from the middle, Unit 31, where you have city water, no city sewer. So let's say, based on our discussions with the 3 realtors, all the 3 said, if the lot cost you 15,000, if you need city water, add 15,000 to that. So that's how the cost would be. So if you're looking for a lot with city water, it will be average 30,000. If you want both city water and city sewer, then it's another 15,000 you have to add. That's how the pricing has been. The ballpark pricing has been decided based on what you need. So Unit 30 and Unit 49, they do not have any city connections. They do not have, I think the Unit 30, they already have permissions to pave, or already paved. If I'm not mistaken, Arun or Sunny, can you correct me? I think Unit 30, they already paved the roads. So the getting the water may not happen next 10 years based on what they have seen, even though Unit 31 has water connection. As they pave the road, they do not dig and then again put the connections. But the unit
32, Boj.
Okay, sorry. Okay, thanks, Arun. Yeah.
Unit 30 is still little less because they haven't paved the road, but they got the approval. So it will be done.
Okay. Okay. And Unit 49 is the pave. It's all dirt roads, so nothing is there. But when I was there, this is where I was roaming around Unit 49. Each street had hardly 1 or 2 houses, nothing. When I had a listing of all the lots available, like I had around 25 given by the realtor that I was dealing with at that time, 2019. When we looked back at these things today, it's all already somebody bought it and started building it right now. So that's state we are in, in Unit 49. So again, we have three options. If somebody wants to, looking to move within 5 years and they want city water and stuff, Unit 31 will give that option to you. But again, it's all next to each other. It takes 5 minutes to reach each other's units. And from all these three units, shopping, mall, everything is 15 minutes drive only. There are again, we are yet to receive the lots information from all these three units. So we have requested that because we just decided these three lot units only yesterday to go forward with, based on our criteria, budgeting, timing and stuff. So we are waiting for the lots informations. We will share it out. The Unit 31, the minimum you have to build 1800 square feet for the house, excluding the garage. So, and Unit 30, they are just recently changed the zoning build code to from 1200 square feet to 1800 square feet. Again, car garage, it's not included into that. So you need to have minimum square feet built for that house. Unit 49, still nothing is there. So hence the minimum square bit build, again, it's minimum, right? You can build more than that. So these are the things that we found out. Do you want to add anything, Sunny, Arvind, that I may have missed?
But maybe we can show the map. This
Yeah,
three,
Yes.
that will be good.
oops, I have challenges here. Okay, sorry. Let me go back to the one and we'll go back to the. Okay, so
Zoom a little bit, please.
yeah.
Good. Perfect.
So this is there are a couple of reasons why we picked these three units. There are lots available in other units as well, but considering the number of lots that we need and keeping all of us close to each other, and also putting three different buckets, is probably the primary reason why we picked the three unit. There are, like Boj mentioned, Boj, you last year visited these things when they were empty and they're all filled up now, and we don't have any new lots available in these units as of today, right? But this is the one we were looking at last year, right?
I was looking, yeah, that 36 is where the Lennar homes coming up.
Okay.
And I looked 49.
Yeah, that's where you roam. You
Correct,
use
yeah.
49 for your off-road drivings. But anyway, so the good point wanted to mention that the 32 is also developed one, and this block, unit decided not to get city water. Only 6% of residents responded for the query from the town to put the city water. So it kind of gives an idea that city water is always not necessary, is not mandatory. People do prefer, the well and septic. It's not a huge deal as compared to where we are living now. In Connecticut, that could be a huge, points to make a decision. So we did consider all those, criteria, and right now there are some city water available in 31. There are other units that are available with city water, but they are all a little bit more expensive. And the other one is they paved the road in 32 and 31, and the next they would be doing 30 and 49 in the next couple of years.
Yeah, in general, when I was living, I lived for 6 to 8 months. Most people buy water to drinking. I don't know if you have any families there, friends there. Please check with them. Well water is good enough, or even having city water may not be good enough for drinking, whatever the case may be. So based on what I heard and what I've seen, most people buy water to drink, and use city water for the other aspects, and well water for other aspects, based on where you are.
So the 49 runs across both 31 and 30. So if somebody wants to move right away with city water, 31, and so, next few years 30, and if you wait, a few of us wants to wait few years, the 49 would be a good choice, and they can be next to be their friends and our group as well, right, Boj?
Yeah. I think we wait to get the information of the lots, informations, so that will give us a some other idea, not some other idea, a better idea of where we could look further down
So
the streets.
Boj, I want to add one thing. All these lots are 0.23 to 0.25 acres,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Okay.
So yeah, there may be few lots, more than that, like
Bigger,
0.5 bigger, but majority of the lots are quarter acre, right?
The price range we gave is for 0.2 quarter acre, roughly, right?
Yeah, roughly. Yep, that's right. Thanks for bringing that up.
So what
That's one of the.
what is the price range?
If you go back to the slide,
Give me a second, Boj.
Yeah.
We'll go back to the slide.
Yeah, it was one of the requirement, right? When we talked about initially, we wanted to downsize. Right now, many of us have more than one, average one acre of maintaining that. During retirement, it's going to be a challenge. So we wanted to downsize from that aspect. So we looked only quarter acre slot. Again, the whole town is designed around quarter acre lots only. So if you can see the price here, unit 30, average is around 18 to 28K. Unit 31, prices are a little higher considering the city water. And then unit 49, that's the price range. It was like this 49 in 2019 till I would say March of 2020. The minimum was 9,000. 9,000 to 16,000. Now it is 17 to 25. Hope this helps.
Can we go to the next slide, Boj?
Yes, please. Yeah. Only myself being there, so I wouldn't take my own eyes and say go for it. I need pair of eyes. So we wanted to see if we can make a group travel. Maybe if some of them can go and see and say, okay, this is the best place to go. Don't think about it. You just have to pick the lots. Again, those who end up going may end up seeing the lots themselves. So again, we have to decide. We were thinking of going as a group, 5-6 people from here. So probably around second weekend, we may have to spend from Saturday to Monday to go around the places. Again, it doesn't mean that you should not travel or anything. You should, if you have the opportunity to go and see, please do so. We recommend that. When we go as a group, we wanted to have some common expenditure. So we asked for a pledge amount 250. So some minimal amount will be used towards that group trip. we can also help, in case if you want to look at your lots and stuff. We may spend some time for you guys as well. If there's a time available for us. So in general, as a group, we plan to go see the place once again and see how things are. Talk to the realtor, and she can take us for show us the town and stuff. So that's the idea here. So if you have any interest to join us, either from Connecticut or directly in Florida, we can discuss that aspects as well and see how we can um, create the logistics to stay and travel around. All those things we can plan. But again, that's a rough time frame we're looking. The sooner we go, it's better, because what the realtor said is it's summer month. People are not available, not around. That's one thing right now. And the second thing is so much building construction going on. Builders are not also coming now, even though the market is too strong, but it has slowed down during summer months. And then the other aspect is for us to travel at economical cost. September would be best, because schools will be open. The cost to travel would be cheaper than traveling now or in August. So again, if you are there, if you're not going there, if any of you going there, see if you can visit if possible, or you can join us if possible, or you can take our word of and then go and invest.
Hey, both, sir, should we set some time up? I mean, saying that, set a date for travel?
Yeah, that's what I say. No, we are looking second weekend of August, September.
Okay.
Although Boj has been saying that, I prefer to go in August, first or second week of August, if at all. Sooner the better. They say it is stable, although the price has been increasing, it is stabilized because the builders are not getting enough material to build the houses. That's why it has slowed down a little bit, but it will pick up again in the fall. That's what they were saying. The prices are likely to go up further. So sooner the better. So if we decide to do it, it's better to do it sooner. Although the flight ticket may be a little bit more expensive. It's okay in my view.
Yeah, I mean, we are not going with family, right? So we probably are going alone. So it should not be a huge difference.
That's right.
For one ticket. Only thing we have to think about is we have a camping trip, so we have to probably plan around that. So probably
the
first week of
cost.
August.
We looked at the cost as well, flight tickets. So if you go in August from Hartford to Orlando, it's $250 minimum for one person. If you go in September second week, it's only $100 round trip.
Okay, I understand that part, but let's say 4 of us are going. Okay.
Yeah, we can even do
Okay.
split, right?
Yeah,
One can go
overall,
now.
if you consider the overall expense, like 30 to 40 people buying for $30,000 each, it's about $1.2 million investment. For that, $5,000 expense is a big deal. That's my point.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. No, I think we can even split it up, right? I mean, based on who wants to go now and who wants to go there, then we can do that too, right? If
Yes,
we can,
that's correct. But if we are making a decision collectively, then the splitting the travel will not be a good idea.
good idea. Okay. Yeah, we will decide. We are not decided. We will take a vote. Who wants to come and when we can go, and we'll go then. Right.
Boj, are we in a state where we are ready to buy now, or still we are in the process of collecting people and making a decision? Let's say if somebody says, okay, I'm okay now, it doesn't matter, I don't want to see, I want to go now. So do we have an option, or we need to wait for everyone else to say yes or no?
You have the option to go now itself, without even looking at it. Okay. But again, see, the problem with that is we may not, as I said, we picked 3 units. We want to see where we, can get closer to each other, right? That may not be an option if you go and buy it now, right?
Because as Sunny said, because if you the more we delay, the expenses might go up, right? So okay, we can wait a
Correct.
couple more months, like August, September, but are we sure, like at least by September we'll confirm, yes, we got 20 people or 30 people, whatever it is, we are going to say yes, we are going to block
No,
it, or
no,
still we're in the process.
No, we already decided to go with this one, right? It's the final stamping, wanted to happen with the travel, Suresh.
Yeah, Boj wants that committed money tonight, correct?
Yes. And yeah, we probably were going to talk about this a little bit later too. But one of the things that we don't want to do as a group is, by competing against each other and, creating a
Trying
bubble
to
on
spice
our
up.
own. So we probably have to work out that details a little bit with the realtor. We haven't completely have done all the steps necessary, so we don't end up, driving each other crazy. We do have power of 50 people, and it could be, also could drive up the market, right? So we definitely wanted to work out those details. But definitely, as Boj and Sundaram said, whoever is here are all committed to buy by end of this year. We just have to figure out the timing. And then we didn't want to make a decision of going in August with, a little extra by ourselves. We just wanted to bring it up here, make all the, discovery open, then make the decisions.
But even by end of this year, don't you think it's too late?
No, that is the deadline, right? So with the phase that we are going today, we could probably, looking at closing everything by end of September. But we cannot put that in, stone. We just have, we have collected all the information. We are making progress. Is it possible by end of September, by October, we would be done? Yes. The deadline is only for deadline, but that's not the day that we should do. Most of us, we do that, everything on the last day, but hopefully we don't do this year.
Yeah, we waited at least, we missed the bus, but we don't want to miss the bus this time, Suresh.
No, I
Right.
understand. No,
Yeah.
what I'm
But
trying
again,
what I'm trying to find is, I know you guys are working. Like, let's say now if you're four of whoever it is, they are going in August or September, and if you guys are satisfied, then at that point, can we make a commitment saying that, or still are we going to allow some more time to say some individuals go and see, and until they come back, are we going to wait? Or I'm trying to find when is the deadline we are going to say have a group commitment.
I think Boj, go ahead, Boj.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking through. So
you said you're going to do a 1 week time, right? Like basically, once you get the slot.
So, it's there in the next slide, right? If we go to the next slide.
Okay.
Before, okay, this is the realtor. As I said, we talked to two realtors and one investor. All are local. And we picked the one whose prices are very reasonable, and based on her website and discussions. The investor, he has his own lots in thousands. It's not on the market. He sells directly, but his cost or 30% is spiked up. I don't know whether because of the premium value, lots he has, or we have not looked into that. We spoke to him and his price is pretty high, and we cannot even negotiate with him. That's cutthroat way he spoke. If you want to negotiate, add $1,000, then come to me and talk. That's what he's saying. So we picked the what she called herself, Lot Lady. The site itself is lotlady.com. And she was very she's been there for like 37 years or something, living there, and she know what she's doing. And she also has other services, businesses where it helps us to build clean up the lots, start the build process. So she has those additional services where the other realtor did not have. She was just pure realtor. So that's why we picked this one, and she has given more information. So we're waiting for the large information from those 3 units. You want to add anything before we move to the next one, Sunny, Arun?
Yeah, I think she's giving us the list of available and buildable lots very soon, right? Within
Yeah.
2 days. And
Yeah.
then we will choose the areas and then share it with the group. Correct?
Yeah, correct,
Okay.
correct. Yeah, I think if we go to the next slide. Yeah, we transfer the pledge amount. Only we are looking to use minimum and return that back. But again, returning back has some if you select and determine and then cancel later, you will not get a refund. That is something the group wanted to have it as part of the policies. Again, selection of unit and lots, right? First come, first serve. But again, we need to. What we are thinking here is, first we are suggesting to stick to 2 lots. Either it can be 1 lot per unit among those 3 units, or 2 lots within the unit. However you want to do it based on your requirement. So you tell us we tell us which lot we picked, which unit we picked, and then make a final decision within a week, right? Which one you want to go forward with. So that's why we have a lock period. So once you lock it up, your lot, the other lots will be freed up. If somebody else is interested, they will look into that as well. So that's how we thought of putting this process once we have the list of lots available to us. This still does not answer your question, right? Once you decided after a week, when is that 1 week starts? We still have not decided that on that. We want to visit, and pair of eyes would help elevate some other concerns which we may not been known to us. So that element, see, for example, the one that we ourselves discussed is unit 49, right, where the minimum square feet 1200 might stay, which means there are other lower income communities would come into the picture. But again, that might change. It may change to 1800. We don't know. So that those things, by going there would help to see, who has built up, how much they have big built up. By looking at and in person, would again further refine our, selections, right? Hey, let's go with 49, 30, 31, middle of all these things. So that's the best way. Or we would say, no, hey, let's go with 49 itself. So that further would help when we go as a group and visit and discuss some of the aspects that we have not discussed, may not have discussed yet. But again, if any of you doesn't want to wait, then we can have this start date put in there and initiate the process to confirm which slot you wanted to buy. Don't have to wait for travel, and then we can do that too. It's all how we do this, and knowing what we have done and what lot we have booked helped us to now avoid having conflicts and also driving up the prices. We don't want to get into that.
So Boj, how many people are in this group?
See, we 48 lots are required, Jerry. Okay, so I would say 48 families are interested. How many are in the group? May not everybody is in the group yet. May not be.
Okay. No. So what I'm trying to get to is that what is your threshold limit for us to go ahead and buy as a group now? So what I mean by that, I'm sure all 48 are not going to agree right now, right? So So do you have a number in mind saying, okay, if 20 people come, let's go ahead and do it, right? I mean,
No, but this is 48 said that they're going to do it. Jerry. That's why we are here, right? We don't know who's going to drop out from here on, right? Nobody has told us yet.
No,
no. So if September is the timeline that we are looking at, I'm sure. I mean, I'm just again assuming. I'm sure all 48 probably won't agree on September, right? Some may have end of year timelines or something like this in the mind. So, I mean, do we have to all 48 buy at the same time? Is that a necessity for us?
No.
But
Not really.
here's the catch,
Okay.
Jerry. The reason why we want to coordinate our buying effort is just to make sure, a couple of things. One, we are not competing against each other, and we are not driving the market up. So if some people stayed back within our 48, say, hey, I cannot go the first time, first round, I might have to wait for a couple of months. The prices are not guaranteed, right? Because these lots, I
Right.
was add that to what Boj just mentioned, is that when we are going with the realtor, she's picking the lots from MLS, right? So she's going to pick up with our criteria, and she's going to give us a subset, which can, even though we say, I want this, I want that, but until we make an offer and the offer is accepted, that is a kind of an individual process. But what we are trying to
Yeah.
do,
No.
we are not trying to stir up the market and create chaos, right? So that's why we are trying to coordinate the purchases. So there is nothing we can make anybody buy a couple of months. That's absolutely fine. But we just cannot handheld everyone through the process. Obviously, we are there to help our friends. That's absolutely taken. But we cannot wait for everybody, right? So, I hope I gave enough explanation.
Yeah. No, I think I agree with Sunny. We should try to go as early as possible, but I think you should also run a poll saying that, is everybody okay with the few people who will visit, their views, right? Because we come back and we say, okay, 5 of us go, we come back and say, okay, this is the best lot, guys. And then people should not say, oh no, I actually want to also visit at some point during the future.
Well,
I won't buy it.
let me try to answer that, Jerry. Few people, right? Now we are few people. It used to be just Boj blabbering 10 years back, became few people blabbering few years back, and we have reached here with the with that process, right? So the people we are here definitely have trust on each other and the entire process.
Okay.
It could be directly with Boj, or it could be directly with my friend of friend. He decides I'm good with that, right? Obviously, we do have a core group, as mentioned earlier too. So we cannot cover everybody's travel, obviously. But so
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the common expense would cover only the people from that core group, right? Obviously, if you open it up, you pay $250 and you try to get $500 worth from that own work. I don't think Boj has that kind of money right now. So those things are taken, right? So
you never know how much Boj has.
well,
He's a rich guy.
I know.
Okay, I think I will address Jerry's point to some extent. I'll propose a tentative plan. See if you guys agree. Eventually, you can always give feedback.
Yep.
So now this is the first time we have disclosed the complete details and also the pricing and everything. There may be some people, I don't know, there may be, I'm just giving that option. Let's say 5 people, they decide, okay, $35,000 is too much for me at this time. But at the same time, I thought it comes with the city water and everything. I thought I can buy for 20,000. So I'm not interested. Let us give those people until tonight to reconfirm their commitment. In case they have any doubt, let us give them the option to leave also. Like I'm not interested at this time. I can always come back and join the group, something like that. And then let us give August 15th for the visit and finalize all the process, like selection of lots, everything by August 15th. Then by September 15th, let us finalize. Like Jerry says, let's say only 25 people or 30 people are committing. Let's go with that 25, 30 and finish the deal. And then eventually there is always a second batch or third batch who may be interested. Still, I understand there are few people waiting in the sideline because they could not get in the first group. So we can always fill in the people who are leaving by tonight with the new people that showed interest that could not get into this group yet. So is that a fair process? If that is okay, then we can move fast. That is my thing. And another point I wanted to tell you from the realtors, almost all the realtors told us that there is a lot of hedge funds moving in. Companies from New York, they are moving into Florida, both for the business work as well as they are also investing money. I was told, I don't know how far it is true. They are saying that they are investing money to buy lots of properties in Florida because they think it is going to be next to California or Dallas, Texas kind of market. So that is something that we need to further explore. You can also do the exploration process. The other thing is, there's a guy by name David who owned about 2,500 lots in this area. And we spoke to him yesterday. Arun mentioned about him. Both also mentioned he was the one who was talking very strictly. He will not negotiate all those things. We found out from the other realtors. Hello? We found out from the other realtors that he is about $10,000 more than the other existing price range. So, but one advantage with that guy is he is offering financing at a 10%. You pay down 20%. Let's say the lot is $40,000. You pay down $8,000 to him.
Hey, whoever is C Satyam, can you mute yourself?
Mute your line, please. And then that is an option. Those who think that I cannot afford to buy a lot for $30,000, we can always share that information with those people who want to go with him. They can still buy a lot within this area and be with us. At the same time, you don't have to put down a lot of money. But it is a 10%, a 10-year mortgage. I think he's doing it on his own at a 10% interest rate. Okay, APR is 10%.
And also 2,000 extra on the cost. There's a 10 point added to your loan cost, Sunny.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you.
So if it is 22,000, the loan would be for 24,000 at 10% API.
Okay, good.
And he's offering up to 10-year loan period.
And still they have to pay. The buyers have to pay 20% down, correct?
That is correct. Yep.
Yes.
So
And
that's
one
an
good
option
option
for those who cannot afford to come up with the entire money at this point.
Yeah, see, there's one added and benefit going with him is you can switch lots to down the road. If I say I don't want this, you can move on to move this. He allows that to happen. But there's a process for that. He has his own process to switch lots. Now, even before you're moving in, right? He gives that option to switch lots. If, again, assuming it's available with him.
Yeah, I completely agree, and I like the idea what Sunny said. Yes, we can do that. But again, my initial question was the same. Even that is what Jerry also touched upon. So basically, what happens? Like the same question, right? Let's say if we decided like 4 or 5 people going there, and we decided yes, this is a good lot, we can go with that. At that point, do we have any threshold like this many people has to commit to go with, or even 10 people or 5 people say, yeah, you guys, we trust, as Arun said, everybody trusts everybody. But when it comes to commitment, everybody's there to say yes. But if 5 people say yes or 10 people say yes, are we going to go ahead, or are we have any threshold to wait? That is what even I want to know.
There would not be any weight, Suresh. I don't think there will be any threshold. Like in the screen right now, we're going to pledge the amount. Whoever has not pledged is not committed. And who has pledged, either they will buy in the first phase because of their financial situation, or they might buy a few weeks later or a month later. But there is no guarantee for anyone on the prices, right? So that
No, I didn't get it. What is the last line? No guarantee on the prices. What do you mean?
what I meant is that, see, initially we somehow coordinated the offer price and, and we all got the price that we offered, and maybe some negotiation with the individual seller, plus minus, right? With that 25 or 30 sudden purchases might boom the market, or like Sunny said or Boj said, the market itself could boom. And the prices might have shoot by 4 or 5 grand. So if you wait for a couple of months and then look for the MLS sightings, our realtor would still work with us to get the listings, but the price may not be exactly the same what we are getting today.
But that is only for the people entering the second phase, right? Not for the people
That is
who are
correct.
initially committing, right? So let's say, as you said,
No.
as Sunny said, September 15 is the deadline, and September 15, if 10 people or 20 people saying, yes, we are good with that, then whatever the price, that's what it is, right? There
Yes,
is
and
no,
the price can go down too. If few people waited, the price can go down too. That is
no,
absolutely.
that I understand. That I
No,
understand.
no, no. I don't know what he is asking. Both Jerry and Suresh are asking is, let's say only 20 people are there at that point to commit, but to go ahead and buy. Are we ready to buy? Is the question. I think we should be ready to buy.
Okay, so
Okay, yeah, that's what I wanted.
Right? No. I'm not talking to others. What about Arun and Boj? What do you say on others? Anybody else?
That's the assumption, right? We want to buy end of this year.
no,
and
but this is the core group, like you guys can make that decision. Okay,
it is the core group. Boj, correct me if I'm wrong.
because you said assumption, right?
It's a core group. No, everybody's here, right?
But not everybody has paid. That's why that little, Kamal is left.
No, Arun, what I'm asking is, again, are we decided, okay, September, as Sunny said, September 15, it's where even N number of people are saying at that point, let's go ahead. Are we going to buy?
That's yes.
No,
I
yeah,
think
no,
that's
some
it.
stuff, that's what it is.
That's all he wanted to know.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, that's right.
okay.
See,
got it.
I'll be very honest, right? I'll be very honest. The reason, I think me and Suresh are getting to this question is that, we go look at it, we decide, and whether we go or not, we decide. We know you both, we know Arun, Sunny, everyone. We know that, you guys will look at the right place. And September 15th, we say, okay, this is the cutoff date and we are paying, because when we are paying, we probably are paying ourselves, and we figure out only 5 of us bought it, right? And the remaining did not buy it. And then we find out that 5 of us eventually got 5 lots, and everything else is now up for sale, and whoever is coming and buying, right? So the one of the reasons why we are probably committing to this is that we are going to be surrounded by us, right? So that is what we want to know. What is the threshold? So 20 is still good, right? But if we figure out that only 5 of us are actually going to put money down, then, to be honest, I will be double thinking that, right? If I should go ahead and do it.
No, I don't think we are at this point. I think we have a very committed group here. And like
Yes.
Sunny and Boj said, there are people who are interested to join our existing group, but we couldn't add them here because we want to make sure the first phase goes smoothly. So
No,
I think
Arun, I understand, Arun, but again, that is what even Jerry is asking the same question, right? So do we, in that case, like, yes, people are committed, I understand, but are we, on September 15, let's say only 5 people say, yes, we are interested. Are we going with the 5, or we are going to say, no, at least in a group we want to move, we need at least have 10 people or 15 people. So what is our stand?
I don't think there is any.
There's no hard code. We cannot tell the numbers here, Suresh. Now, right? We expect 48 to be bought, right? That's why we are here for, right?
Yes, understand.
Right. And even at the end state, September 15, I would expect 48 to be bought.
No,
right?
but the same.
Okay. So let's settle this, right? Boj, has everybody given 250?
No, not
No,
a single one.
All 40
set a time.
Here, right?
Set a time. So set a time, set a deadline,
That's
right?
why I
Say,
said
for example,
tonight. Tonight is the deadline. What do you say?
Okay, so by tomorrow evening, everybody who transfers 250, whichever account you guys give, they are your, kind of committed people. right?
Yeah.
I'm saying kind of committed because 250 is still a much smaller commitment than 25,000, right? So give a deadline for this 250 first, then let's take from there.
Yeah, see, this is why we came here to discuss these things here, right? We have not said those things. We wanted to discuss, transfer of pledge amount is the
Oh,
first thing.
no, that's good. That's good. So yeah, so now I think we have enough information. Set the timeline saying that okay, tomorrow night or or Tuesday morning, give a date.
Yeah, you will come to know at that time. Like you will come to know how many of this out of these 48, how many are still committed. Then the more we go look for actual commitment, then we'll come to know.
Okay.
I have 20 people asked me my account information. I put it on hold, okay, because I wanted to discuss things with everybody.
Yeah, give that information. That's all.
Give that information
Okay,
now.
guys,
Give that information.
let's hold on for a second. Boj already has a plan. Okay, let's go with it. I would say, I mean, my personal take would be, give few days for people to make that pledge and go forward. Okay, and all this information is going to be shared on a spreadsheet, viewable spreadsheet. So you would know who's, if someone has not picked up the lot or whatever, or your friends where they have picked up. We may not have access to edit them, but this all will be very transparent.
Yeah.
No, I think, I don't know. Let's wait for this 250 deposit. Share that information only with those people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's
that's a good idea.
past that. We have been talking about that for the last 30 minutes. I know it's very important for few, but we also have other people and we might have other items that we need to cover today.
Yeah.
It's already 11:20.
Yeah. Yeah, let's move on. We will set a date for transfer of amount. We will give the amount, account informations. Okay, and then we will share among who only transferred the amount within the timeline.
Okay, good, excellent.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay.
Yep, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, again, as we discussed, right, the lock period, we want to, see, even though 3 units are selected, we wanted to stick with 2, give options to 2 units, pick 2 lots among, those 2 units, or 2 lots within the same unit, and then select 1 or select 2, whatever you want to buy, right? As long you decided, these 2 lots, I think the 250 should be per lot. I will keep that, also as a
good.
So
That is, if someone wants to pick 2 lots, they have to pay 500, right?
500, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. But again, once you committed and then you pull out, we wanted to have the rule of. Again, I'm not going to.
No. That's okay.
No,
Absolutely
that's
fine.
okay.
There's nothing.
That has to be clear, right? You're walking out 250 gone. That's it.
That's it.
So we will use that money for all
Hey, Veera Pandian, who is Veera Pandian? Mute yourself.
Okay.
And what I wanted to, Boj, see if we can have, we spend few minutes to answer questions from others.
Yeah, I think we are done here almost. We will, as soon as we have the listing, we will share it, post the transfer amount. Okay.
Boj, you will let us know when we have to, the deadline to transfer the money, right?
Yes, yeah, I will let you know.
Done in the WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And once the deadline pass, we will have a fresh, if you dropped or, whatever, then we'll start the next process.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. So, Boj, do you want to take a few minutes for others to have any questions?
Yes, please. Yeah, I think we'll have next 10 minutes.
Yeah, this is Pandian from Missouri, St. Louis. Vanakkam Sundaram sir, Sundaram sir only I know from Connecticut, and I'm interested in Florida, but do you know how much it cost for the $1,200 square feet to build the building?
In Florida?
It's $160 when I last inquired.
$160 per square feet, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they give multiple options. One is with the Cinderella blocks, and then the way how we build in Northeast, they're allowing that now as well. So the cost differs based on the construction materials.
Style and material, everything, right?
Yeah. So average, they said 160 to 180, but again, that is 2 years back. So I don't know with the way things are going, I don't know what the numbers are now.
Okay. So when you, example, if I say, if I selected a slot number 1, then I have to deal with directly to the real estate agent and to buy this one, I can do the financing
Yes.
or.
That's how it's all individual, you know, because the sellers are individuals. So we,
So
lot
each-
of people, you have to deal with the realtor. With the
Oh,
person.
okay. I was the impression is that we are going to buy the whole lot and selling the 48 people. But
No,
this
no,
is
no, 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 no. These are individual lots, mostly individuals. Sometimes you may get 2 or 3 lots from the same seller. That's it.
okay. So each individual lot is already provisioned like electricity, all those things, you know. So yeah, I saw that it's some of them is well water actually.
Yes, and uh, all the lot that we would be looking at will be buildable lots.
Okay, will be.
They're already provisioned, zoning is complete.
Zoning is okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and electricity is out there. Boj, correct me if I'm wrong. I hope the electricity is out there.
Okay.
The only and the roads will be paved in 30 in the next year. 31 has just recently got the new paved road, and 49 is fund is approved, so it will be in the next couple of years.
Okay. Okay. Good things to know. Oh, yeah, that's what my questions. And thanks to everyone. You are so many people worked so hard so many years, like the last 2 years. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Boj, this Sam, is there any, how much is the insurance cost per year per lot once you bought it? And then is there any monthly maintenance fee you have to pay?
There is no monthly maintenance to these lots. As long if the lot doesn't have big trees, which creeps into a neighbor's lot, you may not have any expenses as such. The property taxes were around 200 to 300 per year. So there is no maintenance or anything.
No need for insurance, Sam. There's no building.
No, see, somebody got hurt or something in your land. That's what, right? Don't need to have insurance for that. I'm not sure about this. I don't know whether somebody had gone through that one. I don't know.
Liability.
Yeah, liability is something. Even empty land in our area, we are getting insurance for that. So I don't know whether it's needed. That's down the road.
That's a good point. We'll check with the realtor. Right?
Yeah, we have not done that checking. We will do that.
Any other questions, please? Okay.
Hey, Boj. Hi, Boj and everybody. This is Shira Deepak, Kishore's friend.
Yes.
Boj.
Hi,
So, hey, Boj. So just a real quick questions. I know you mentioned about the plots and different. Is this like a layout that's already been done, meaning with how the roads are flowing in and how the houses are going to be arranged?
Yes. Yep. It's all zoned. Everything is done.
Boj, do you want to show the map really quick?
Yeah,
Yeah,
please.
why don't you show one of those? Right, that's a good idea.
So here is the 3-unit that we are discussing, and you can see that little blue color, that means city water, and the blank ones have no city water. They are well water and septic, and you can see all the roads are already laid out. 30 will be getting new roads, and 49 in the next couple of years, and it's all planned out and laid out.
Okay, that's awesome.
They can drive to that site if they want to, correct?
Excellent.
Yeah, it is drivable. Yeah.
Right.
Some see, even the 49 unit is drivable. It's all dirt road. It's all drivable.
Okay, great. That's good to know. So I think the only thing that's yet to be done is probably putting the gravels and probably the right, the roads and all that, right? Other than that, the structure is there.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, great. Thanks. And does that fall under our expenses, or is it city or county's expense to do the road laying process and all that?
road is common. City takes care from the regular property tax. But the city water is a special assessment by unit. So for example, what we heard, 31 decided to have the city water and 32 did not want city water. So you can see the difference. And 31 unit, the property tax have additional assessment to cover the cost for city water. And that's, yeah, and it is going to end in the next couple of years. It will be paid off.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. That's all I have for now. Thank you.
If the unit decides they need water, they need to pay for next whatever years based on the assessment and amount.
Right. So bringing the city water into your particular lot, we'll have to pay, or is that covered by?
The whole unit has to decide. The majority has to decide. Because everybody has to pay for it, right? Not only us.
Right.
The whole 300 lots have to pay for it.
Boys, that bringing the water can be done after also, right? I bought the lot without a water line, but after 5 years, I decided, okay, I want the city water. Can I request there and pay for that time?
No, see, the whole unit has to have it to consume it, Sam, right? They will not let slide for you. Okay, the whole unit has to agree that I need. It's okay to pay extra to have.
Oh, okay. That's why they give 30 to 40 is no water.
Correct.
Okay, got it.
See, that's
everybody has to that group of chunk of plots has to agree. Then only the water will come.
Yes, each unit is about 1,200 to 1,500 size units. Like we talked about, 32 decided not to have city water. Only 10% responded or 6% responded. But 31, they, as a group, the unit decided to have city water. And that's why they had the assessment done on it. So us being in one, unit adds a little bit of value for future developments and stuff. But our group 50 in 1,500 families, you do the math.
So basically, as you can see, there is a difference of $15,000 between city water and no city water lots. So whether you want to now for the city water or later when they develop the city water lines is your choice, basically.
Yeah, that's what I debating. Just for city water line, is that cost 50,000 extra? Is that if
Not
you think about
15,000.
Yeah, that's what 15,000. Is it that one unit? If you think like this, so that if you all 10 decided to go for the 30 to 40 or whatever it is, that group of people say no water. Then later we all 10 decide we want water. Will it cost for around $200,000 to lay the water and everything for the 10 houses?
We have to coordinate with the other unit owners, Sam.
The lot owners.
Other owners in that particular unit. We have to maybe make a campaign among our residents in this area for 30 and make a decision. And what we gathered is that next year 30 will have paved roads. Once they put the paved roads for the next 10 years or so, they will not even consider bringing city water into this lot.
They have to dig out the roads and lay new roads, right?
So what Realtor said is, if you ever think city water is a must, then buy that as city water today.
Now, yeah.
Which is the flat number 31.
Yes, that's a unit number 31.
Correct.
Unit 31.
Yeah, which is the 30. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And is there any common grounds within any of these plots, like 31 or 49, whatever?
You mean parks?
Yeah, provision for parks. Let's put it.
Yeah, park is right there in 49.
Okay.
Every unit has something closer by it. There's a park here.
Okay.
And obviously there's a lot of canals in Bombay. So when you are buying the individual lots, you probably want to give some consideration for canals and stuff like that.
Sure. Thanks.
Yeah, what they're recommending is stay away from closer to canals.
Right.
Unless some people may prefer some kind of canal in the back.
Yeah, if you have a boat or something, you want to, then the canal-based lot would be better. But it has.
Why are they saying stay away from? Why are they saying stay away from canals? Both? Any specific reason?
Yeah, no, with the canal you have snakes around.
Reptiles.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
again, the thing is, people have boats, don't care, they just go in the boat and from their home to to the ocean through the canals. Okay, so there's a
And then
possibility.
if you have a canal in your backyard and you have a swimming pool in your house, the reptile doesn't know the difference.
Yeah.
For some people, it might be adding additional benefit, but it's all individual considerations.
Yeah, it's more expensive to put septic as well wherever the canals are, based on what the realtor has said. So it needs a special septic if that unit does not have city sewer. If the lot happens to be near to canal, there's a special septic which costs you more, 15,000 extra on top of that.
But right now, all the lots that we are seeing does not have sewer, right?
Correct. But again, there are units that are available with both city and it's all 40,000, 50,000 range.
Correct.
So what's the incremental cost, or do we know that if we need to add sewer at a later point?
See, from what we gathered for both city, it's about 15 grand additional for sewers, but that's the price as of today.
Yeah,
So
I think
for sewer it's 15, and then city water another 15.
Yes,
Is it?
city water is a little bit, both. See, the sewer depends on your lot. You could have a sewer that requires additional one, might cost you a little bit more, and you might be in a lot where a regular sewer could work. So you might be looking at 5 or 6 grand additional. If it happens to be in an area where you need to have a special septic. But when it comes to city water, we covered multiple times, you go with your unit. One person, I'm showing my screen, decided to have city water at this last row in 30. City is not going to just, one person, they're going to put city water there. So it goes with the unit. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So yeah, what I'm still not maybe sure or I completely understood is this sewer. So if we are going to buy this lot, let's just say 49 up from looking up from my phone or whatever, 36 that I'm seeing here, right?
That is 30.
30. Okay, sorry, 30. Then if we wanted to add sewer at some point in future, right, maybe
Hello, please mute others. Don't those who are not talking, please mute your lines.
Pradeep, who is Pradeep mute?
Wait.
Okay, please ask that question again.
Yeah, sorry. So yeah, if we choose to add, let's just say sewer after 5 years in this lot 30, right? Maybe some of us are interested and some of them are not because they're not planning to move in yet. I think it still becomes a collective cost for all of us that are interested to bring the sewer after 5 years, right?
Let's just say about public sewer.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Public sewer and public water is not guaranteed. You go with a unit that has another 1,500 residents in it. So what we are discussing here is septic. So individual lots, like, when you don't have public sewer, you need to have your own septic. The code for the septic could be different if your lot happens to be next to a canal. They don't want, the wastewater to get mixed with the canal,
right?
Natural water. So they will have additional, filtration process or whatever that might cost you more than you're putting a septic in a lot that is not next to a canal.
Understood. Okay. So it's an independent septic per plot. Then it's your responsibility to get it set up and your
That is-
responsibility to have someone come and clean it up or whatever, right?
Yeah,
That is
Okay.
it is
Got
part of the in my house I have septic. Every 4 years it's only cost me 200 now in Connecticut to to clean it up. Again, if you consider part of our criteria, the self-reliance is more important. Having septic is better than sewer.
And also there is another additional point. You just made a point, Boj. You pay $200 every 4 years, but we pay $300 per year for sewage.
Yeah. So
That's, yeah, for the town sewer, right?
Yep.
yeah. So it's again the self-reliance is a key factor here. Having well water, septic, your monthly cost is going to be down comparing to having city water and sewage. When you're in retirement, when you have less income, so you need to consider all these aspects into the picture here.
Yep.
But again, as you said, the city water is available. Now, if you need a city water septic, city water and sewer, there are plots available. You buy now. Don't even consider that this may come down the road. We want to put it now. It may not happen. It didn't happen last 20, 30 years based on the realtors. Because each unit is 1,500 families. So the majority has to come together to agree upon. Right?
Yeah. Right.
Okay. If no further questions,
just one quick question. This is Prakash Pati. This is my first call. One quick question, like you said, paved streets are responsibility of lot owners, or is it like something like is it an additional expense coming towards the lot owners, or will it be taken care by town eventually?
The paved roads are taken care by the city.
City, yeah. So it'll be added to your property taxes, yearly property taxes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
Okay.
shared with all the residents of the city, not just one unit.
One unit, yeah, that's right.
The reason I'm reiterating is that for a city water, the assessment will be for all the residents within that unit.
Not for the whole city.
Yep.
Okay, guys. If no further questions, look forward for the deadlines and stuff, and then we'll go from there.
Are you going to share this in the recording session and also the slides?
Yes, yeah, we will.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, guys. Have a
great.
nice Sunday.
Thanks,
you.
thanks, Boj.
Yeah, great
Boj,
session,
yeah.
everybody. Thanks, everybody.
Boj, thanks, Boj, Sunny, Arun. Thanks for this information.
Thank you,
everybody.
Thank you, Boj, Arun,
One
Sunny,
last thing,
and
look
everyone.
at the lordlady.com. Many informations are out there. You can even start looking at yourself, based on what you may need, right? Yeah, she has given a lot of informations there. But again, we are waiting for the listing, based on current market availability. And
Thanks, Boj, everyone.
guys, thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot.